I'm Dennis Traynor Jr. I'm directing and producing a documentary about what is arguably the most ambitious protest movement in the United States in a generation. As the United States war with Afghanistan begins its second decade, and as the federal austerity budget slashes entitlement programs, people will once again take to the streets. But this time, it's different. Inspired by the tactics and events that unfolded in Egypt and in Spain and in Madison, Wisconsin, this time the protesters are not leaving. To tell this once-in-a-generational story in documentary form, I need your financial support. Money raised for this project will be used to travel to Washington, D.C. and other pre- and post-interview locations, fund a small skeleton crew, and cover all the other pre- and post-production logistics leading up to and including the creation of a feature-length documentary for public distribution and exhibition. My point of view as a director of this documentary is a unique insider's point of view. I'll be participating in the protest. I'll be in Freedom Plaza, risking arrest again and again and again. I'm also a member of the steering committee of the organization planning the event. So from this perspective, I will get interviews with participants both before, during, and after, notables, speakers, leaders, as well as ongoing up-close footage of the occupation of Freedom Plaza and the police response. Tens of thousands of people will join us in Freedom Plaza this October, including such notables as Dr. Cornel West, Dr. Margaret Flowers, Cynthia McKinney, Ray McGovern, the Reverend Graylin Hagler, the Yes Men, Jane Hampshire, Ted Rall, Matthew Rothschild, Christopher Hedges. All of these folks and thousands more have pledged to come to Freedom Plaza in Washington, D.C. and occupy that plaza until resources are taken away from war and exploitation and redirected towards human and environmental needs. Simple. This is not a go to Washington, D.C. and carry a cool sign and chant the same hackneyed cool chants, pat yourself on the back, and go home. This time, we're staying. Two final things. First, a word from Ray McGovern, a former CIA officer who used to deliver the presidential daily briefing in the White House, now turned activist. Words that he shared with me when I put him on camera recently in a video that was promoting the October 2011 event.
Will we be extremists for hate, or will we be extremists for love, asked Dr. King. Will we be extremists for the preservation of injustice, where people can't even go see a doctor, much less find a job? Or will we be extremists for the cause of justice? Those of us congregating on our own Tahrir Square at Freedom Plaza will be extremists, will be radicals for justice.
And finally, I'd like to say the organizers, the participants, the leaders of this movement are not naive. We know that this is just the first step, that this is the beginning. My objective in creating a documentary about the events leading up to, during, and after the October 2011 protest in Freedom Plaza is to provide an inspirational early chapter in the ongoing story of the culture of resistance that is coming into being in these United States. Thank you for taking a moment. Thank you for donating. Thank you for sharing this with people who can help.